Arizona Cash Days drivers, come on to the tower. The rest of you spectators, make your way on down towards the scoreboard area. You'll be directed accordingly down there. Arizona Cash Days drivers, we need you at the base of the tower. You'll see the group. We need you to make your way over here right now, please. They will be doing the pill draw as well. We're ready for the fill draw. We're ready for the driver's meeting. We need you here. This is your final call.
And on this sheet we got a flashlight start, 8-mile race. Buying small tires 150, big tires 200. Buying money is non-refundable once you pay. If you break at the line, you are not getting paid back. Crew will only be allowed on the track if you are racing. After they race, you need to exit the track. Small tire 28, 10.5 non-W, big tire anything bigger than that. Cool down times will be in between rounds until we get to the semifinals where there will be a minimum of 20 minutes. If you jump the light, you are out. If you move after the flagger lines you up, you are out. Chase is not a race. If you cross the center line in front of your opponent, you're out. Crossing behind is okay. In the event both drivers cross, then it is considered first is the worst. Flagger makes the final decision regarding jumping, moving, no exceptions. The same driver cannot get the buy run twice. Puddle burnout only, you only get one burnout. You can burn out past the starting line under power, but keep it reasonable.
We just want to say a huge thank you to our sponsors, AZMP. If you guys need any prep, they have Ultra Blue for sale here. KV Liquids, Discount Auto Sales, Red Performance, AZ Motorworks, Vintage Air and Heating, Mike Fry for doing our trophies, they're amazing. WFO, Jim Hughes for always being so gracious and letting us use his track and all of the support he gives us, and the Race Shop, Neighborhood, Street Life Performance. So thank you guys.
To start off the night, we had a grudge race between Doug Watson and Tucson Tony. Stage the two, stepped back, banged the light, and they both took off. Tucson Tony did get a little squirrely on the right lane. Doug was pretty much planted in left, and he ended up taking the win by, I think, a car and a half or two. Good race.
That was the first round. Now it's big fire.
So, one of the more interesting races of the night, we had a Tesla, I believe it was a P90D, versus a LS big turbo Mustang.
The Tesla's like, I don't need that fucking burnout. This is gonna be awesome.
Step back, same thing, bang the light. Mustang left a little soft, Tesla took off. Down the track, the Mustang only beat the Tesla by about a car and a half, so definitely a close race. Props to the Tesla. Right lane pulled in, Mustang. So here we have Rick Webb's Camaro Pro Charged and a Mustang notchback. Another very close race. I'm not sure if the Mustang is nitrous powered or not, but the Camaro was Pro Charged, and he ended up beating him by about a car and a half. Very good race. Tower lane, got it, thank you. TJ versus Dan Drake. Dan had a pretty shitty prep. He was backed into his own prep, so he left with wet tires, and he left pretty much under no boost, as you can tell. As soon as he left and spooled up, blew the tires right off. TJ was far ahead of him. Copy. Left lane. Nova on Nova Prime. Andy left pretty good on the right lane. Left lane left pretty soft. Pedaled the shit out of it the entire way down, but held him off, took the win. Right lane, got it, right lane. Sketch 10 versus Frank Cobra. Throttle a couple times. Sketch10 had a pretty clean run, ended up taking the win. Like a good car and a half. Tower lane, truck. Old school Corvette versus Jeff Bonnier Camaro. At the line, stayed on his two-step, trans brake a little bit long, stepped back, banged the light. That took off. Camaro was reeling back in, but it wasn't enough real estate. So he took the win. Got it. Copy. Tower lane, left lane. Left lane. Jason Chevy versus Turbo Camaro. Step back, banged the light. Both left pretty good. Jason got super squirrely. Had to let off pretty bad. Camaro took the win.
Power lane, right lane got way shitty.
Another close race. Mario's Firebird versus Marco's Beard's Mustang. Step back, banged the light. Both took off pretty decent. Mustang left a little hard. Blew the tires right off. Tried catching Mario at the big end. Didn't have that real estate.
Right lane, Mario got it.
Unsuspecting Monte Carlo versus Jeff Civic. As soon as Jeff hit second gear, unfortunately, he kind of dropped out of boost, lost power. Monte Carlo took off, wasn't able to catch him on the big end.
Right lane.
Nitrous Vet versus Turbo Malibu. Nitrous Vet versus Turbo Malibu. Both cars left good. Malibu right lane held off the Vet the entire time. Turbo Mustang versus Tim's Corvette. Both cars left right on the light. Tim's car left a bit harder. Mustang tried reeling him out on the big end. Didn't have enough space. Tim's car was too far out.
Right lane got it.
Lady Driven Mustang versus Nitrous Monza. Both cars left right on the light. Monza was shitty the entire way down the strip. Had to lift probably 2, 3, 4 times, and tried coming around the Mustang, but she held him off just by about a car in the big one. It was a very intense race. Jaime's Cadillac versus the knockback Mustang. Step back, bang the light. Jaime didn't have a very good pass that time. Mustang stayed planted straight the entire way down, ended up taking the win. Right lane. Rudy's Rowdy Supra making a buy run, showing off. Not much else to be said. First of the big tire races, we had a pickup versus, I want to say a Monte Carlo, I'm not too sure. Both cars left pretty soft. Right lane left, softer. Didn't really go anywhere. Left lane took it.
Left lane, clearly.
Next big tire race, Turbo Dave's Firebird versus a newer Firebird. Had a little bit of an issue. We thought the right lane was leaking a bit of oil, or coolant I think it was, during his burnout. Didn't end up really being too much, so we let the guy run anyway. Staged him up, banged the light. Turbo Dave made a pretty decent pass, got really squirrely on the big end, ended up crossing the line after the finish line. Took the win by quite a bit. Did he cross after the finish or before?
He crossed after.
Copy, thank you.
Is he leaking?
It's oil. Yeah.
Let's walk it.
Yeah, okay. So I thought.
Stingray Vet versus Rudy Supra. Both cars left pretty good. Rudy spun the tires more than half the way down. Corvette got a little shitty in the left lane, had a let off. Supra took the win.
My lane for the win.
Pink Mustang versus the Monte Carlo. Another pretty close race. Both cars left right on the light. 60 foot pretty good. Stayed straight. Monte Carlo just had a little bit more. Mustang versus Mustang. Stays both cars up, step back, bang the light. Right lane pretty much got shitty right away. Left lane stayed planted, didn't have any issues. Ended up taking the win. An unfortunate race here. We had TJ's convertible Mustang versus Andy.
What just happened?
Left lane looked like it tapped the wall pretty good though. Hopefully it isn't too bad. Very close race. Both cars were neck to neck the entire way. Both got shitty. Mustang ended up kissing the wall, and he took it. Pretty exciting race here. Mario's Firebird versus that Turbo Malibu. Malibu didn't leave so good. Mario's did. Throughout the race, though, on the big end, the Malibu just powered over the Firebird and ended up coming around him, beat him by about half a car. Doug's Notch versus Turbo Camaro. Cars, step back, bang the light. Camaro got a little squirrely, looked like he had a lift once, about a third of the way through. Doug's Mustang made a clean pass the entire way down, took the win. Sketch 10 versus Rick's Camaro. Not much else to say here other than the fact that Camaro just left and went. Second buy run, Tim Rigby's Vet. Made a pretty decent launch. Car's pretty quiet for what it is. I love that little thing though, it's a sleeper. Tim's Vet again versus Doug's notchback Turbo Mustang. This pretty much came down to a race of the 60-foot. Both cars were locked the entire way down, but Tim had a better launch than him, and Doug couldn't run him down in time.
Not answering?
No. About halfway through the night, we had some technical errors with the walkie-talkies, and we were having to make cell phone calls down to the big end just to see who was winning the races. Rick's Camaro versus Andy's Nova. Camaro made a pretty clean run. Andy's Nova did look like he blew the tires off once or twice. Had to let off the throttle, but couldn't come around the Camaro at all. Rudy Supra versus the Turbo Mustang again.
Wait, they can't hear you. Tower, and what was the second one? All right.
Said Tim got it.
Tim got it? Okay. And then Josh got it? Thank you.
Both cars had a pretty clean run. Rudy's car spinning most the entire way down again. Ended up holding the Mustang off, beat him out a car. Turbo Malibu versus the Monte Carlo. Pretty solid pass for both cars here. The Monte Carlo just had a little bit more and held off the Malibu by about a car.
Lane by bumper.
Semi-final, we had the Monte Carlo versus Rudy Supra. Staged both cars, step back, bang the light. They both made a pretty solid pass. The Monte Carlo on the big end had Rudy by about a bumper, probably less. Really hard call to make, but we reviewed cameras, went frame by frame, and we made that decision. So very good semifinal race, very close race.
Right lane by bumper.
All right, another semifinal race. I was actually looking forward to this one too. We had Rick Webb's Camaro versus Tim's Corvette. Unfortunately, Tim was having a pop fuse, having a little technical difficulty on the line. Needed about another 30 seconds to swap it out. Didn't have the time. The Camaro had to do a solo pass, and I moved on to the next round. Tough break for Tim. Big tire final, we had the Blue Truck versus Turbo Dave. Both cars had to let off once or twice, it seemed. The Blue Truck got super squirrely on the big end. I believe it pulled a chute, and I think that might have saved the truck, but super close race on the big end. We did have to review cameras and ended up calling Turbo Dave the winner by about a bumper as well. finally, we have the Cash Days final. Rick Webb's Camaro versus the Blue Monte Carlo again. Another super close race. Both cars made a very clean pass. The Camaro ended up beating the Monte Carlo by a couple inches. So that was your Cash Days winner.
Your money and your trophy for your There's Dave, big tire winner.
My trophy.
Big time winner.
Sorry. We gonna flash it?
Yep.
Cheddar.
Look at that check. Just make it rain, Dave. Make it rain.
No.
No, there's too many of them.
It's not windy out here at all.
Yeah, right.
He's like, can you enlarge that? Cause I.
Oh shit.
Yeah, need me to enlarge it? Just like,
yeah.
Just like I can't see shit, man.
I
Hold
can't see
on.
nothing. I think there's a car in the picture.
No, check that out.
Michael
You can see it right there. Thursday.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Anybody else?
Enough.
I don't want to be the bad person, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Film it.
You see it?
Yeah, that's great.
Where's small tire? Oh,
Right
here?
here in front of that blue car. Hold that trophy up, would you?
$5,000.
Just put it on Facebook.
Woo! That's right. Yeah. Great.
Good job, sir. Thank you very much. Well, we know a car's coming to no prep more often.
Where's Brian?